Well, good Friday morning to you. Trucker Todd here, and this is the official return of the videos. As a matter of fact, we got a lot to get to today, so I'm going to skip the normal music intro that we do, and I'm just going to jump right in. So for those that haven't seen the community post, I'm returning to trucking. As we speak, I'm still packing. I leave out tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. for an 11-hour flight. We'll talk about where I'm going, things like that in upcoming videos. And we'll even talk about companies that I considered. Probably Monday or Tuesday of next week, I'll put a video out about that. Still not going back to doing lives yet. That'll come in time, but we need to get these videos out first. So for those that didn't see the community post, as I mentioned a minute ago, or those that don't know what's going on with me, maybe you lost touch and now you're just getting back. On March 14th, I had multiple strokes in one day. Now, fortunately, they were all minor. I have recovered, according to my cardiologist, my neurologist, and my personal doctor. In trucking, if you have a stroke, it's recommended that you don't drive for a year. However, after 6 months, you can get your medical card back. I did a deal with the state where they kept my CDL, but they just made it to where I wasn't required to get a medical card. So I was able to hold on to my CDL, and then when the 6 months was up, I was able to go take the medical exam, the DOT physical, and I passed with flying colors. And as a result of that, the driver's license people put my medical card back on there. They said that I might get some additional paperwork to fill out in the mail, but fortunately the paperwork I had was sufficient and I was not required to do that. So I'm fully released to drive a truck again now. Because of diabetes and sleep apnea and things like that, I normally get a 1-year medical card. Because at the time I went and took my DOT physical, I had not seen my cardiologist yet. She gave me a 6-month medical card and a deal for my doctor to fill out. He filled out that form, and I've just got to run it over there to him. And in March, I'll get a 1-year card again. Now, because of that, and we'll talk a little bit about this here in a minute, I hope you guys will stick with me because I'm getting to a good point here. Because of that, there were several companies that was not interested in hiring me. Also, I had an accident 18 months ago. A lot of companies want that accident to be 3 to 5 years old. And so I've got about another 18 months, 17 months, something like that, before I'd be eligible for a lot of great companies out there. And so I did have one other option that I was really interested in. And after a lot of thought and prayer, I decided to go where I'm going. And we're going to talk about that in coming videos. And I'm going to tell you that other company because I don't really have anything bad to say about them. I'm also going to tell you where I've been working this past 6 months in an upcoming video. So there's a lot of things that's happened. And I said all that to say this, and we're getting to the point. I've had a lot of setbacks the last 18 months. And, you know, some of you have told me that I'm inspiring, that you watch me because I seem to never give up. You like watching me overcome things. And a lot of you that did not watch my last video that was entitled Goodbye for Now, you just read the title and you thought, oh, Trucker Todd's given up. He's not doing videos no more. And that's not the case. I was doing live streams on Wednesday afternoons and Sunday afternoons, which were my only 2 days off at the company I was working for. And those that don't have a YouTube channel don't realize how time consuming that is, and why that I needed to stop making videos so I could start my trucking job hunt. As for all the reasons I've mentioned up until this point, it was very time consuming. There was a lot of thought and research that went into it, and I needed every second I could have to focus on that. There was no intentions. You can go back, read my comments. If you actually watch the video, I actually say that I'll be back. And so yesterday I put out I think it was yesterday, I put out a community post and said I'm packing to return to trucking. Now, a lot of you, when I had the accident, you thought I was done. When I had the strokes, you thought I was done, and you were right for 6 months. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. And so a lot of setbacks that, I don't know, you could say they're my fault. You could say they're not my fault. I'm not going to discuss the accident in this venue. We may discuss it pretty quick, though. I feel like we're at a point where I can talk about it a little more. And so this is not a sports channel, but sometimes sports analogies make a great example for your life. And this past Sunday, the Dallas Cowboys, and if you get a chance to watch that game, it's really, really interesting. They had all the strikes against them. They had, their two best defensive players, arguably their two best, were hurt. The defense still played pretty good. The offense was terrible for the vast majority of the game. Dak Prescott threw 2 interceptions. He also had some good plays as well, but everything was going wrong. And at one point in the game, Chris Collinsworth, one of the announcers, says the guys have less than a 38% chance of winning this game. It's over. There's no way they can win. They've just had too many mistakes, too many things gone wrong. It's over. And so the game progresses along, and I thought about that the whole game. I almost turned it off and went to bed. It had been delayed an hour and a half for rain. I had to get up the next morning and go to work, and I thought, man, it's over for them. There's no chance of success. Well, the defense hung in there, and they got the Cowboys the ball. And in the last few seconds of the game, Dak Prescott throws a touchdown to I believe it was a tight end, if I remember correctly. It was either a tight end or a fullback. It's been a few days now. And after the game, they were interviewing him. And they said, what was going through your mind on that final drive when you were, trying to win the game? They said, were you thinking about all the mistakes that had been made? Were you thinking about those 2 interceptions, not trying to throw an interception? You and CeeDee Lamb have been out of sync all game. Was that what was going through your mind? He said, no. He said, what was going through my mind, and I'm paraphrasing here, otherwise you trolls are going to get on here and quote verbatim and say I missed something. Go back, watch the game. He said, what I was thinking was, I'm glad I've got another opportunity. And so that's, he said, I'm glad my team got me another opportunity to win the game. And that's what I'm saying here. Man, just go back and look at the last 18 months worth of videos. My life is pretty well stunk. A lot of bad things have happened. There's a lot of times I was super discouraged. Those of you that talk to me on the phone, family, know what I'm talking about. I found out who my real friends were and who wasn't. Some of you stuck by me, were very supportive. Some of you just completely fell off the face of the earth. And I get it, you're busy with your life. The economy sucks. You're doing what you can to survive. But I find myself here the day before I'm getting ready to leave and go back to truck driving saying, I'm glad I got another opportunity, another chance to win the game. And so that's what I would say to each of you. If you're struggling right now in trucking, your truck's broke down, freight rates aren't where you need them to be, the economy stinks, you don't even have to be a truck driver. I know people that are traditionally very successful that are struggling right now. But just be glad that you got one more shot and that you're still in the game, and give it your all. Now, we all know I could go out there and fall on my face. And the odds, I'm probably at about 38%. There's probably a decent chance that I'm going to fall on my face. But I've got a lot of people praying for me. I got a lot of people supporting me, and we're going to get through this, and it's going to be okay. I'm going to work for a great company we're going to talk about them in the coming weeks. And I hope you'll stick around. If you're not subscribed, I hope you'll do that and then click that bell and select all, so you'll get future notifications when videos come out. I will be doing some live streams in the coming weeks, so I'll make announcements about those when I decide to do those. I'm just not ready quite yet. All right, folks, you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for sticking it out with me, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.